Yo, what it is, guys? The best class here, back with another video. And today I'm going to show you some replays against RG and Mega Knight Random Rider Lightning decks with with Cannon, Dark Goblin, Cycle. I decided to share replays because these matches were absolutely insane. And of course, I was done recording for today, but I decided to record again, but I switched out to this deck. And here we are. So I get a really nice King Tower activation there. If you play your E-Spirit in that placement or one tile behind it, it will activate the King Tower nicely. You guys want to pause the video and go back if you want to see that again. And if you go for Dark Goblin here to snipe the Fisherman, and he goes to the Mega Man. So I'm just going to go for a Gone Barrel here after Mega Man crosses in the front and he decides to log it. Against RG, you just want to get some log chip damage early on, and it's always okay to rocket the RG when they play in the back because they should not have enough elixir to build a big push and have lightning if they're playing lightning. So he does nothing, so I'm going to cycle, and he did a really bad Dark Prince because he thought he was going to get the King activation, but I played my Dark Goblin last second. If you play like Guards or Princess or Gone Barrel or something with your E-Spirit, your opponent will have a hard time getting their own King Tower activation because they had to defend. Here, since I knew his Fisherman's going to pull the Valkyrie to tank, I'm going for a Gone Barrel applying pressure, and he had to go for an E-Ways there because his log was out of cycle. It's a really nice +1 trade for us. And we're just going to cycle log, clean everything up, and we're up by a lot of damage. He goes RG in the back, so here I decided to Guards the back. I decided not to rock it because we were heading to double elixir, and it's never good to waste 6 elixir right when it's double elixir because you're going to be down more elixir than you'll think. Because RG is like really strong in double elixir and you need to watch out. And here I go for Dark Goblin in the corner of the tower so he can't get fireball value hitting either the Dark Goblin or the Cannon. He has to choose which one he wants to hit, which is really good for us because his RG is going to die anyways to either the Cannon or the Dark Goblin. So a good tip is always to spread out your units. Same thing goes for if you're playing with Inferno Tower and Princess. You're going to play your Princess like in a corner or away behind the King Tower when you're playing against RG when you have Fireball or Lightning. So you go for Guards to distract the Fisherman. Also go for Valkyrie. You know your opponent's playing Fisherman and you have Valkyrie. You want to try to block it with Guards or block it with something. Here I go for pressure because I know his log was out of hand. And look at that, guys. He does a really nice Electro Wizard E-Spirit combo. But defend both lanes here with the Guards in the middle and Dark Goblin. He has to go with a Mega Man there. And you go for Valkyrie same lane as his RG. You always want to play 2 Valks into the RG to make sure you can fully defend it. And it's always nice to pre-place your Cannon because I'll beat out Fireball and you can cycle back easily to another one if they decide to Fireball it. So you go for Guards to catch that Fisherman, which is really smart by me. So the Valkyrie just stayed alive there to kill the Dark Prince and DPS on the RG even more. And I go for Valkyrie again, set up the defense, and just cycling right now, E-Spirit, and going for Gone Barrel so he can't log on offense. He goes with the Dark Prince. So here I decided to go Guards, same lane, as the Dark Prince, help defend that. Also going for a Cannon. Because I know he just used his Fireball, so I'm not too worried about him breaking through at this point. Go for Gone Barrel, applying pressure. Really bad Mega Man from the opponent. Gives us Dark Goblin so much value. And believe it or not, guys, Cannon is actually underrated. It fires so fast, but it has no health, which is downside. I decided to rocket here because I was up by so much elixir and it's triple elixir. You can start rocket cycling the tower when you're even on elixir and triple elixir, so you can get back to no rocket. Here I decided to rocket everything behind the RG, but I think I missed the RG itself, which is fine. So he goes with another RG, so I had to go for an Arcannon here, getting sketchy defense. So he went for a low Dark Goblin, and Gone Barrel applying pressure, so he can't build a big push. That was a really bad Dark Prince because it was going the other lane, away from the RG. And we actually defended that surprisingly well. I went for a Cannon to make sure that he doesn't log onto the tower. Our Gone Barrel applying pressure, and he couldn't log our Guards, so we can actually defend his RG. really nicely here without any hits. Fireball doesn't do enough damage, and it's going to be GG. Some takeaways in this matchup is you just want to Gombrel at the same time they're going in, so they'll have a difficult time defending or building a big push. And try to cycle 2 cannons, and look at that guy's plus 23, kind of salty about that, but you get more dubs later on in the video, so don't worry about that. Next match here is against Mega Knight Lightning. This deck is really popular, and it still is because Arch Queen is still meta, and Lightning does such a great job countering it. Mega Knight does a great job of countering Roadhogs. So I'm going to cycle Log here, and he has a really bad hand, believe it or not. I feel bad for my opponent right here because he has like no good cards to cycle. And you cycle Dark Goblin in the back here, defend Inferno Dragon. And he goes with aggressive Mega Knight. So here I decided to like try to bait out the spells or something with Gombrel. He was low in elixir, so I tried to activate my King Tower here. And I should have played my guards instead of my cannon there. That was a mistake. I thought my guards were out of cycle, that's why I didn't play them. Now I did. I should have did that reverse, like guards first and then cannon for the Random Rider, but that's okay. He gets a charge off, but I'm fine with that. I go for Gombrel applying pressure, because I know he was low in elixir. And a great tip to counter a bandit, you can play Electro Spirit or Ice Spirit and counter it with a log as well. And then log last second, and you should defend the bandit when it has like less than half of its health left. So far, looking good, but he's up by a lot of elixir. And I don't know why he was leaking here. He should have like went Mega Knight in the back. That was his best option, but he didn't. And that's too bad for him. Like he just waited for me to catch up and went for Dark Goblin. And I had to force out Inferno Dragon from him, which was not good. Yeah, just go for guards to defend. Inferno Dragon, just I don't want it taking half of my tower out. Goes with the Dark Prince, but I know that I have to save my Valkyrie for his Mega Knight pushes. That's why I decided to use my E-Spirit and Log to counter the Dark Prince instead. And you guys saw there I went for a Gombrel to cycle back to my Log. And he goes to the Bandit, so I go for Dark Goblin here and guards to defend. And he's hesitant. He should have went for Mega Knight, but he didn't. That's like his best move. And yeah, Dark Goblin gets a really nice connection there because he was like late on the Ram Rider. Is it a really bad hand? And I went for E-Spirit here, also logging that Dark Prince back, so he can't help defend it. And you just go for Valkyrie same lane as the Mega Knight. And you just want to play your Dark Goblin or Princess on a corner once again if your opponent has like Lightning or Fireball, so you don't give him too much value. Regards here, and he still lightninged it, so that was fine. I should have waited for the Mega Knight to cross, and I tried to bait out this snowball by playing my Gombrel in front of the tower, but it didn't work. But try to keep my cannon alive here. Pressuring with a Dark Goblin, knowing that he had to play something into the cannon, which was not good for him. Just getting me free value there. Just defend the Dark Prince with a log easily. I was praying that he didn't go Mega Knight in front of the Inferno Dragon, which he didn't, which was good for us. And decided to go for Valkyrie in the back once again, resetting on defense. Going with another cannon to cycle here. I don't mind him lightning it, because I can just play my other cards like Dark Goblin to defend and cycle back to another Valkyrie. Here I just went for guards here and went for another cannon right away. I also went for Gombrel, you guys didn't see, and actually got some damage. And doing it again because I outcycled the snowball. And yeah, he had to spend a lot of troops from his hand. That's kind of awkward. Dark Goblin gets so much value. And I went for a log here, just making sure that Bandit actually didn't hit the tower, which is really nice. And here I think he gave up because he knew he couldn't like break through afterwards. But yeah, I could just cycle 2 rockets and 2 logs, I think, to end the game. And it's gonna be a really nice win here. You just want to try to activate your King Tower if they give it to you. If they cycle Bandit and it's going by itself towards your tower, you just want to go for E-Spirit and Princess to get a King Tower activation, or E-Spirit Dark Goblin, whatever works. Anyways, our next match here against, I think it's a fake Lemon Tree because the real Lemon Tree should be way higher, and the real Lemon Tree actually plays 2.9 Expo, like Archer Cycle, not Ice Bow. So I'm going to cycle Log here on the tower. I knew he was playing some sort of Expo deck, so I was just playing aggressive early on, trying to get some chip damage with the Dark Goblin. We got 1 hit, which you guys will see will play an important role towards the end of this game because it actually got neck to neck really close. Because here I thought he had Expo in his hand, but he actually didn't. It was actually his last card, which is unfortunate for him. And I just went guard cycle because I didn't know what else he could have done. And he has a really bad hand right now. So I just went for Gombrel, applying pressure. Anti-NATO position because I know he has Tornado. I'd rather have him Valk my Gombrel every time because it's a negative trade for him and he doesn't get a King Tower activation. Here you went for Rocket and he has a Valkyrie up. And you go for my Valkyrie on my own. If you try to Rocket cycle us, it would be a bad move because he still has to defend the Valkyrie here. I go for a really nice E-Spirit knowing he'll play Skeletons in the middle. So you're playing against Ice Spell players. They do that, and he actually missed the log, which is huge for us. And Valkyrie gets one massive hit, which will like basically win us the game there because I played my E-Spirit. And he had spent enough elixir for the Valkyrie. He's like really low. I go for a really nice log to clean up the Ice Wizard, also getting chip damage. Here I didn't want to play my Dark Goblin because he could have just NATO'd in to the Valkyrie. If you play your guards, if they try to NATO in, it's much safer because the guards do more DPS. There's 3 of them, and it'll kill the Valkyrie. Here I went for Dark Goblin because I knew his cards, like his Ice Wizard was out of hand, so he had an awkward hand to defend that. He had to use Tesla and Skeletons, which was not good for him. And heading to double elixir, we're up in damage, just what we like to see against Ice Bow, but he's going to close the gap real soon. He's just going to go offensive Expo is crazy here, and I'm just going for Valkyrie and Cannon to block his Expo right here. Also really nice Gombrel there applying pressure so he couldn't play Valk in front. Really nice sequence right here. Goes with aggressive Tesla, so I decided to go for the Dark Goblin. You just want to get rid of Tesla as quick as possible so it doesn't get value over time. And he goes with aggressive log. I'm not sure why he did that. But kind of smart on his part because he had to get log chip damage. And I decided to rush him here because I knew he was low on elixir, but he had a Valkyrie to defend everything. And he's already back to his log, so he got some chip damage, but not much. For Gombrel there, again, applying a pressure, just going for a log to defend, going for E-Spirit to defend that Valkyrie. I thought it was going to hit our tower, so I played our Valkyrie just in case. Can't, like, risk anything at this point. And I go for Dark Goblin to help to kill that Tesla really quickly. Cycle log, and our Gombrel, because I outcycled his log butt, he's already back to his Valkyrie there. I was afraid he was going to go Expo here, but he didn't, which was really good for us. So I decided to rock it back. So I knew he spent a lot of elixir there. And if we try to Expo here, I just defend with like a cannon. But he decides to go with the Tesla, really bad Tesla, because he's going to die to the Dark Goblin. He decides to go finally with an Expo, so I go for a guards cannon here. Very nice Ice Wizard from the opponent, and we had to cycle back to our Valkyrie. He actually got his Valkyrie down in time. That's like crazy. I thought the Valkyrie would splash onto the Expo, but it didn't. And that causes us to take one hit from the Expo, and he's already back to another one. So I go for a cannon here, and he had a really bad, awkward hand. He had no troops to defend Expo. I knew he was going to log, so I had to log and finish off the Expo there. And it was actually getting really intense. Like, I'm only up by a little bit. So I go for Rocket, and I went for Dark Goblin applying pressure, because I knew he's going to Rocket too. And he goes for aggressive NATO, so I go for Gombrel applying pressure, and I just need to cycle 2 logs and a Rocket to win. So luckily I had my log there. It was like perfect actually, and I went for a Dark Goblin applying pressure. Not sure why he went for Skeletons there, but I think that lost him the game because he could have defended something else, and it's going to be insane. He had used his log on our Gombrel there, and our log finishes his tower, so really nice clutch, as you guys can call it, plus 28. You just want to Rocket cycle and just defend their Expo when you know that they don't have any good counters, like any like distraction units like Ice Wizard, Knight, whatever, archers, so you can go in for their cannon or Inferno Tower to block the Expo to defend. Anyways, we're in our second Mega Knight player here. You go for Gombrel there, and he actually goes with the Ram Rider, so I just go for a cannon and actually prayed that he didn't lightning. If he had lightning that, we would be in so much trouble because I didn't have my login time and I didn't want to use my rocket. So for a Gombrel, a Dark Goblin there, get some chip damage, just force out something from his hand, and for guards to defend here. Goes with the Mega Knight in the back. And I didn't want to rush opposite lane because I didn't want to face dual lane pressure and take so much damage on both sides. I'll just rather defend one side. If I go for Gombrel trying to like bait out a snowball or something, but he doesn't have it. And luckily he didn't go for lightning. He went for an Arch Queen instead, which is kind of weird. And here I'm just going to wait, see what he's going to do. He's going to play the ability, he's going to play guards. Here. Arch Queen gets one hit on her tower, that's fine. Just up in damage, really good. And I think he goes with a bandit. I'm not sure why he did it, but yeah, it's going to help me defend here. I go for a really nice Dark Goblin plus log. Make sure it died. Also getting chip damage from the log. He goes with a Rogue Ghost, and I just go for Valkyrie here. And this is really bad because I don't have that Valkyrie now to defend as Mega Knight, and it's going to be really hard for us to defend here. So I know I need to try cycle 2 cannons or make something magical happen. So I just play my cannon here, I think. Or decided to go for the King Tower activation with the Mega Knight. E-Spirit, went for guards here, and Dark Goblin, just like that. I know we got to sack that Ram Rider hit. And we take some shots, but it's worth it because we actually defended. And I think we fixed our cycle here. Yeah, he had to panic defend, and we actually got a lot of damage. And by fixing our cycle, we decided to rocket this instead of playing a Valkyrie, so we can have the Valkyrie to defend his Mega Knight. I knew he was going to go Mega Knight, so I just rushed in here. So he has to play more Elixir to not build a big push. And for guards here. And so let's go with a weird Ram Rider. So I go for cannon there. And he goes for lightning. So I'm going to go for... That was a really bad rocket. I thought I could hit the Ram Rider too, but I kind of failed on my part. We were able to defend, but he's just going to spam us. So I go for Dark Goblin and guards. Just in time, guys, barely. And somehow the Archfiend was out of range of our tower, which was kind of lucky. And I had to cycle back to my E-Spirit because I knew I didn't want to waste my Valkyrie on a bandit there. And just go for a log just in case. Really nice snowball E-Spirit from the opponent, taking no hits. And resetting, guys. Playing Valk in the back here. And he goes with another Ram Rider lightning push. So go for Dark Goblin in the corner so he can't lightning everything. Their Gombrel applying pressure. And that was his mistake because he just defended with another Valkyrie here. And here he got interesting because he knew that he had a weird hand, and it's going to be hard for him to defend this push here because I don't think he has Mega Knight just yet, and now he does. He has to choose between the Dark Goblin and Gombrel, but I pull the Mega Knight back, and that tower is down to rocket log range. Rocket comes down, distract the bandit for a little bit, log comes down, and he almost has enough Elixir for lightning to be close. GG, really insane game. And yeah, really crazy. Nice win. This deck is really OP. If you're facing a lot of bridge spam or just a lot of annoying decks, not beatdown decks, you can use this. Always enjoy this video. We are top 145 in a row, and make sure you like and subscribe. Bye, guys.